Hi everyone, this is Ariana from the Fast Mode Studios. Today we are speaking to Rahul Sridhar, content marketer at Rocketlane, a market-leading collaborative customer onboarding platform. Hi Rahul.
Hi Ariana. Nice to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
So, marketing is undoubtedly one of the major drivers for companies in tech, and Rocketlane's approach to this, including the rap video, has been quite revolutionary. Whose idea was this, and what was your experience in getting it out?
The idea was a collective idea. So the thing is, I've done these corporate rap videos in the past for other companies. So I used to be working as a freelance content person, and like pandemic sort of got to a place where I was applying to other companies to work as a content marketer, and Rocketlane just happened to be one of the places. And Sri Krishnan, our founder, had seen one of my earlier videos, and he wanted to do something that's rap and music video based for the funding announcement that we plan to announce to people on social media. So it's something that we anticipated. So yeah, that's how the idea came about.
It just feels like yesterday when we launched Rocketlane. Just like that, became a full-blown company. Only 30 members, yet we function like a symphony.
So, did you expect the response you got afterwards to the video?
Not really. Like, because it's kind of a niche idea, right? I mean, nobody would expect you to like promote a platform, especially one that seemed to like onboarding and implementation to be done in the form of a rap music video. So the expectation was always like very subdued. Like we thought, hey, maybe one or two people might think that it's pretty cool or something is what we went in with. But thankfully, Rocketlane had like a very good distribution system. Like they timed it in such a way that multiple PR agencies were talking about the fact that Rocketlane had raised the Series A funding. So there was a lot of eyeballs coming into our Twitter page. So incidentally, this video also went up around the same time. So we sort of, it worked out for us in the sense that right when most people were checking out Rocketlane and were seeing what we were about, at that time we had an interesting content piece, and that's how we'd like to rationalize saying that it got the response that it got.
That's really cool. So, for tech companies, especially those in the SaaS and cloud space, what marketing approaches do you recommend they adopt to stand out from the crowd?
I'd like to be very honest here. So I don't think I'm the right person to be like suggesting strategies with respect to marketing, because this is my first marketing job. Like I used to be a comedian, an improv artist, and a rapper who also used to write stuff. So that's how I got this job as a content marketer at Rocketlane. But so as someone who's completely new to the world of tech, new to the world of SaaS, new to the world of marketing also, like content creation is something that I'm comfortable with, but with respect to distribution, analytics, all of that, the science of marketing is not something that I'm very familiar with. So if you ask me the question, basically what I'm trying to say is take my answer with a pinch of salt. But what approaches, I think I read this thread somewhere on Twitter saying most of the people, like most of the companies today, are keeping their game very, very predictable. Like in the sense, they don't want to try anything or like be experimental and risk being construed as like, oh, that didn't work, or like that was very cringe. But I think if people like broke out of that shell and trusted more artists, more creative people to say, hey, this is the brief, go ahead and play around with it, and we are willing to like roll the dice and take an experiment here. If more companies are open to experimenting, I think there's a lot to be like reaped from marketing itself, content marketing especially.
Yes, yes. So, what do you see in terms of differences between the younger and older generation in tech marketing?
Like marketing, okay, that also is like very similar to like what I just said. So one good thing that I see is like a lot of startups, at least in the Chennai, Bangalore startup space, I see most founders like in their early 30s or like in their mid 30s, or the oldest person working in most of the startups today are like people in their mid 30s. So in terms of like the approaches that we seem to be taking in the startup world right now, I think it's mostly driven by a youthful, exuberant young crowd with a lot of interesting ideas. Like in the recent past alone, there are quite a few interesting ad ideas or like videos that I've seen online that I really thought was, dude, that's very creative. So I'm not really familiar with like how marketing used to be approached in back in the day, or like how people approach tech marketing. So I don't really have an opinion there. But I think conducting more experiments is like same thing that I mentioned for my previous answer is what I'd like to say.
Great, that's very interesting. Thank you, Rahul, for joining us in today's session and for sharing your insights with us.
Thank you so much, Ariana. Thank you. Pleasure.
Don't forget to visit www.thefastmode.com for more insights from telecoms and IT. Thank you and see you again.